Welcome back, friends, to lesson number 19. In lesson number 18, we looked at the concept of x and y coordinates, and we saw how we can, what they mean. In this video, we'll see how we can really use those coordinates to make the sprite go to different parts of the stage. And in this process, I'm going to also introduce to you two very interesting blocks, which are the go-to and the glide blocks. Go-to blocks actually we already saw last lesson, but anyway, it's good to see this, right? So remember, x and y coordinates are basically how much from the center the sprite has moved along the sleeping line or the standing line, right? So when I click the flag and it says 0 0, sprite goes to the center, right? Now let's say I wanted to go somewhere where I change both x and y, right? Previously we saw x changing alone, y changing alone. What happens if I change both of them together, right? So here, just for the illustration, I'll say wait 1 second, maybe say wait half a second, so it happens a little bit faster. And now I have one more of these blocks, so I'll say go to say x of 100 and y also of 100, right? Notice this time I'm changing both x and y, but nothing to feel intimidated about, because this really means the same thing as earlier. X of 100 means move forward 100 steps along the sleeping line and then climb up 100 steps, right? So you will end up putting the sprite here, right? So when I do this, notice after half a second, so a sprite goes to 0 0 first, after half a second it goes to 100 100, right? You can take one more example, maybe let's say I say go to 200 and say minus 100. So once again, this is, it will go to 0 0 first, then it will go to 200 on x, which is somewhere here, and then it will climb down 100 steps, because notice y is minus 100, right? So we expect the sprite to end up somewhere here, right? So if here, and it indeed does, right? So we can make it go anywhere in the stage, provided our x is between, say, if I let's say did this, and let's say maybe here I can make minus 120, anything, basically any x and y combination, sprite will go beautifully over there. In fact, we don't have to bring it to 0 0. This is just to illustrate, right? That's coming here and then from here it's going, right? But basically the point here is that we can make sprite go anywhere using combinations. And to understand this, always break it down, sleeping line, standing line, and it will be very clear, right? Now notice that when I'm doing this particular thing, sprite seems to be kind of jumping from this point to another point, right? Now that's happening because I'm using this block called the go-to block, right? Now there is one more very interesting block in Scratch, which is called the glide block, right? So what I will do is that instead of saying wait for say half a second, I'll say glide maybe 0.5 seconds to the exact same point. And now notice what will happen. First the sprite goes to that point and now it comes gliding towards this point, right? So the difference between go to and glide is that go to happens like, as the sprite jumps. Glide happens as though sprite glides, right? Now glide, the good thing is we can also control how fast this happens. So for example, if I make it 2 seconds, the sprite will move very slowly, very nicely in a very smooth motion, right? So the concept is the same. We can make it go or we can make it glide. The x and y locations, everything remains the same, but only thing is glide is a lot more smoother. We will see how this is used as we go along, but I hope you found this useful. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.